These are just some little things that are going through my head. Then that F sharp half dim, I'm thinking A minor 6. I love these ideas, of course. You have this, but and one of my favorite things to do and to have students try out is I always say the word diminish it. I have to explain what I mean there. So on that F sharp half dim, it equals A minor 6. So play your A minor lick, whatever it might be, then turn it to A dim. And that's for the B7. That creates that B7 flat 9. And then you're on your E minor lick. Substitution, and great way to think. Think A minor for the F sharp half dim, and then diminish it. And for that A7, I said play E minor 6. That's a flavor I often like. And that's for that A7. And then you ready for this? For the D7, go back to that A dim. So again, kind of just very limited information that we're using. It will allow you to be, to solo through this without having to think too many different ideas. And if I were to go, that's where I was saying you could do this. Just kind of thinking off the two triads, D and E flat, which create this. G harmonic minor. And then, of course, you want to resolve it to G major. Nuage, all the sliding, and I encourage a lot of the one string. I like to move around on one string quite a bit. Django would often add these, well, you can see why. These little quick slurring. It's just kind of an ornament. It's just a beautiful color that has become a part of the flavor of gypsy jazz. So when it resulted, you could do other notes, of course. To me, a big part of this, the Django sound, is to get those half-step embellishments. So just again, this is a good exercise, by the way, is just to do this. I always say pulse like this, going back to like minor swing to do this. Just go down chromatically and literally just pulse like this. If this is new for you, just to go like this. Chromatic, and then add a slur. I'm doing it as a triplet in this case. Delia, 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 da. 4. Work great on E7 chords. And you get that flavor. So again, if that's new for you, try to work that little half-step embellishment in. It's very pretty, very ornate. Django a little bit, adding some of those chromatics. He'll add the some rake of a chord. He'll add some rhythm and some other auxiliary notes, and then he'll embellish it. Maybe arpeggio. Around the melody note. So again, I think it's the first step. Learn the melody as written, kind of square. Add some of those embellishments, and then also add some arpeggios. Arpeggios are just broken chords, right? So you can think about this. Let's see. So right now we're supposed to be, depending on what version, I'm thinking in my head right now, the fancy version, B flat minor 7, E flat 9. So I would do this, a 2-5. And that's kind of right out of my solo there, if you looked at the etude. And then now I could do on the D7, diminish. So that was just on this E flat note. We're on a D7 chord. Again, it's important to know what chord you're over. And that way you can say, oh, I'm gonna do my diminish run. And then that resolves to G. sharp half dim. You guys remember the trick from last week? F sharp minor 7 flat 5 is equal to what? A minor 6. So again, if you're like, what do I do on F sharp half dim? My question is, what do you do on A minor? So I got A minor here. Or this. That's just very kind of stock Django licks. I try to include those type of licks in my etudes so that you learn those. Kind of right out of that A minor 6 shape, this. Just to show you as a chord. So I'm going, and this chord is this. And I'm thinking just a stock little A minor lick. Even though it's F sharp half dim, I'm going, this is a great lick, and you get a lot of value off of one motif, this. And then do it again, and then do it again. And then do it one more time, symmetrical. And then get us to that F sharp. So the lick is just a quick lick. It's beautiful to see the chord shape. And I'm feeling it as triplets, by the way. I'm going da 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 da. So it fits one measure beautifully. 1 olet, 2 olet, 3 olet, 4 olet, 1. And then now, on this F sharp note, you can go back up. Might as well just show you. Very stock Django. You can just bar across. Very pretty. Or you could do a diminished run on that F sharp. And that implies the 5 chord. Just kind of again, just showing you. And on that F sharp, we can just go back up the A minor 6 arpeggio. More embellishments. These are just, again, all some ideas. You can apply this back to minor swing, of course. You know, minor swing is like the go-to song. But in this case, I'm thinking, and I'm going, and then diminish if you want to. That implies a 5 chord. And that's a harmonic minor, stock B7. Kind of sounds like we're playing Dark Eyes or something. So that was that E harmonic minor. The harmonic minor scale, as I stressed last week, is the most important scale in Gypsy jazz if you want that flavor. E major. You can add some chords if you look at my little chord soloing, or you might just do G major like this. And that was just an arpeggio. Playing some of my solo arrangement too. Diminish. G. And then walk it. And then we're on the A7 chord. For A7, what I'm often thinking is E minor 6. So what was interesting is that we were just on E minor. You know, this, I did a little cliche. And then that's an E minor 6 arpeggio, but against the A, sounds like this. So I played Djangology, this. C sharp minor 7 flat 5 is equivalent to E minor 6. So on this A, we're all guitar players tonight, so we can hit the A. And just do the same lick we did on... I like a harmonic minor scale, as I mentioned again on that D7 chord. That gives it this flavor. And then diminish. And that was E minor 6 for that. Or this. Again, these are pretty stock Gypsy jazz licks, but I feel like it's important to go over those flavors that are stock. They may not be stock to you, but again, these are things that you'll hear all the time that I hope you can hear those in other players and kind of have them at your disposal. The funny thing is one lick can be moved around so easily, like that one lick I just showed. You know what I mean? So, and then, yeah, and what's interesting is that the B part, as I mentioned, is a modulation of the main theme up a fourth. And I often say, like, you know, if I show the melody like this, then do this. You know, so just if you however you want to transpose it in your head, but I was just kind of showing it